Paramahansa Yogananda, in his book Autobiography of a Yogi, recorded how he was inspired by Mahendranath in his earlier years while entering his future spiritual life between age 12 and 16. I remember a saint I used to visit in India. The first time I went to see him, I had to wait quietly, for he said, "I am talking to my Divine Mother." He was so great and yet so gentle and childlike. His whole countenance shone with the love of the Divine Mother. When I was in his presence, those vibrations were overwhelming. Whenever I saw him talking to the Divine Mother, I felt 1,000,000,000 times more love in my heart than that which I felt for my earthly mother, whom I dearly loved. The emotion is indescribable. I felt I could not exist another moment without my Divine Mother. So one day I went to this saint and said, "How is it you are communing with Divine Mother and I cannot? Please ask her if she loves me. I must know. I do not feel the love of Divine Mother now. I must have her. I must know if she loves me." I kept on insisting for a long time until finally the saint said, "All right, I will ask her." And you know, that night I had a great experience. I cherished it silently within myself. Through the saint's intercession, Yogananda shortly had a vision of the Divine Mother. As he wrote, "Hallowed in splendor, the Divine Mother stood before me. Her face, tenderly smiling, was beauty itself. And she said, 'Always have I loved thee, ever shall I love thee.'" The celestial tones still ringing in the air, she disappeared. 1 or 2 days afterwards, I went to the saint, and again I saw those upturned eyes wandering in the jungles of the infinite. Such love you have never seen. In most missionaries who go to India to so-called save the heathen, I do not see that love of God, and I have seen many Hindu priests and teachers who did not reflect it. But I have also found some great masters in whose eyes I saw God twinkling. I used to bow down at the feet of this gracious saint because I knew Divine Mother was smiling in him. So I asked, "What did Divine Mother say about me?" And he replied, "Naughty sir, naughty sir." But I persisted, "What did Divine Mother say? You promised me. What did she say?" Still he repeated only, "Naughty sir." I knew he could see through me and realized that I was hiding my thoughts in order to see if the experience I had was real. And still I went on. "You promised me. Why is it you saints always mystify?" Then he replied, "You come to test me? That is not right. Didn't Divine Mother come to you the other night in the form of a most beautiful mother and say, 'Yogananda, I love you always'?" I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so filled with the nectar of joy. I had meditated all day long until I heard the answer. And when I went to this saint and heard those same words from him, what could I think? Only one thing. My mother had truly responded. Who was this simple saint whose least request to the universal spirit met with sweet acquiescence? His role in the world was humble, as befitted the greatest man of humility I ever knew. In this Amherst Street house, which was the home of my early years, Master Mahasaya conducted a small high school for boys. No words of chastisement passed his lips. No rule maintained his discipline. Higher mathematics indeed were taught in these modest classrooms, and a chemistry of love absent from the textbooks. He spread his wisdom by spiritual contagion rather than impermeable precept. Consumed by an unsophisticated passion for the Divine Mother, the saint no more demanded the outward forms of respect than a child. Yogananda had such deep reverence for Master Mahasaya that he once remarked, "I would roll on the ground where he walked. So great was my love for him. I felt that even that ground had been sanctified." Yogananda spent many days with his friend and guide, Master Mahasaya, once describing his divine guidance this way: "From him I learned the sweetness of God in the aspect of mother, or divine mercy. The childlike saint found little appeal in the father aspect, or divine justice. He was stern, exacting, with mathematical judgment, was quite alien to his nature. The stern, exacting, mathematical judgment was alien to his gentle nature. When prophets or founders of religions pass away, they leave their message in the hands of their disciples and followers, who become torchbearers of that to the world.